According to statistics, 20% of small businesses fail in the first year. So does that mean entrepreneurs are risk takers? I don't think so. To me, a risk taker would be somebody who would take a stack of bills, go to Vegas, and put it all on red, and leave it to the chance of the roulette wheel. Entrepreneurs take calculated risk. If you think about it, we all do. Every time we step into a car, put money into our 401k, we're taking a calculated risk. When I seriously thought about buying a laundromat, I did a deep dive into the industry and I devoured as much information as I could. I read 2 books, I subscribed to the Laundromat Industry magazine, and I watched as many videos as I possibly could. I learned that a longer lease makes a laundromat more valuable. I understood the multiple by which laundromats are sold. I knew about wash and fold and pickup and delivery. So that when I met with somebody who was selling a business and I could do my due diligence intelligently, I looked at one laundromat, they were asking about $80,000 for it, which doesn't seem like a lot of money in today's world. But when I looked at the financials, they were barely breaking even. Any unexpected expense, and they were in the red. Also, when I looked at their equipment, it was probably worth about half of the $80,000. Now, obviously, I did wind up buying a laundromat, but I did it based on informed decision making. Is there any guarantee it'll be there in 10 years? Of course not. But there are no guarantees in life. The last company that I worked for full time, I was a manager in one of their stores. We were owned by an overseas company. And one day somebody came over from Germany and they said, we're closing these 3 stores immediately. And immediately meant 2.5 weeks, which was the quickest they could tell the customers and tell the employees. So we had a store meeting about 3 days after that, and we were told you can either take a buyout or we can try to find you another store to work at. When you work for somebody else, you don't always control your own destiny, and that can be scary. One of the executives I was in that store meeting, I found out later on LinkedIn, was also let go about 2 months later. And he had come over from overseas to help the American division. And what I was really surprised about was that they didn't bring him back home, nor did they find him another position in the company. They just said, we're eliminating that position. Thank you very much. So if you're there thinking about, is it too risky to start my own business? Just realize there are no guarantees, even if you work for somebody else. If you look at some of the large companies in 2023 that laid off people, Amazon laid off 18,000 people, Meta laid off 10,000, LinkedIn 1,400, Lyft 1,000, Dropbox 500, Grubhub 400. So what I like about being an entrepreneur, other than something like the pandemic, which nobody could have predicted and affects everybody, for the most part, I get to control my own destiny. So if you're thinking about it, you should go for it. I appreciate you staying till the end of the video, and if you have, please subscribe, smash the like button, and look for the next video. Uh, and for all the subscribers out there, Fortis Fortuna Aduvat.